get your top-ups of drinks and all that, and have a wee cigarette and that. I was trying to decide how I'm going to introduce this next act. But last time I saw him, he was hosting, and he didn't know where the fuck he was. So I just wanted to call him out for that. He went on stage and said, "Hello, Smoking Goat. We were in a hotel called the Struvig." Are you comfortable with me telling everybody that? Too fucking late, Craig.
Absolutely.
I should be nicer. I've actually just remembered you're my left hand. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Craig Fairley!
In my defence, I've done Smoking Goat 2 nights before it. They're both in here and they're both owned by the same company, so fuck you. Okay, good evening, Rum Shack. I know it's Slouch. Anybody watching the World Cup? Football fans? You don't like it? Scotland fucked out. England still in. No, but I don't actually mind English. There's only one demographic that I don't like. They're a scourge of society, the fucking entitlement, walking about like a bunch of fucking zombies, and that's young people. Young people are wee fannies. And when I'm talking about young people, I'm talking about Gen Z. That is Z for Zilch, that is Z for zero, because that is the amount of charisma that these wee bastards have. I own two of my own, a 20-year-old son, he's a boxer, fucking Fanny Pacquiao. And I've got a 23-year-old daughter who is the poster child of Gen Z. If you look up Gen Z in an encyclopedia, there is my 6-foot-tall daughter with our big fucking baggy jeans and our multicoloured Adidas Samba come in one colour, fucking black and white, don't debate me on it, and her emotional support water bottle. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. A fucking emotional support water bottle, and I'm just looking at my good friend young Vinny Neal at the back there. Vinny, tell me that's not what I fucking think it is sitting in that ledge there. A fucking emotional support water bottle. We get our emotional support from our parents because that's their fucking job and that's our job as parents. And we drank our water for the garden hose, and we were usually washing down a piece in sugar. Who had a piece in sugar? Yeah, a piece in sugar. And it was a fucking piece in sugar. There was 2 breeds back then, plain in pan. It wasn't fucking malted, gluten-free bloomer with fucking stevia. It was a piece in sugar. And these wee bastards, they bastardise the English language, they make up their own stuff and steal stuff from our generation, like Samba, and change the fucking colour of it. Any of you young ones in a situationship. You're a situationship. That's the Gen Z call it a situationship, the millennials call it a friend with benefits. Back in the day it was just a shag piece. Years ago, when my neighbour said to me, "Craig, do you fancy a friend with benefits?" I said, "No, I'd rather you get a job, you lazy bitch. You pay for everything." Fucking emotional support water bottles. You can't speak to a woman in a pub now, or you get put in the nonce register because you're a fucking deviant. So it's fucking Tinder dating and filtered photos. I didn't know filtered photos was a thing. Fucking Tinder. Swipe left, swipe right, the world's saddest game, a deal or no deal. And then, when the dealer gives you, when the banker gives you an offer you're finally going to take, that's not who you end up meeting. I thought I was on a date with, say, Sharon Stone, I ended up with fucking 20 stone. That fucking emotional support water bottles. So these water bottles, so they're big straws. And you put stickers on them and you put fox on them and they match the colour of your outfit. So ladies in the audience, it's your turn now. If it's so important to match your emotional support water bottle to the colour of your outfit, why is it not so important to match your eyebrows to the colour of your hair? And that is another bastardisation of the English language, aesthetics. Aesthetics means visually pleasing. What the fuck is visually pleasing? a big fucking set of eyebrows all the way up here that look as if they were selected for a game of Guess Who. Lassies walking about looking constantly surprised and drinking their emotional support water bottle with their big Mick Jagger fucking lips and their big spam heads. So you know that botulism is a poison. Botulism is a poison. How fucking vain, ladies, do you need to be to let somebody inject poison into your head? Big forehead, you got your £20 a head buffet and you get charged 30 quid. And anal bleaching, anal fucking bleaching. Who are you married to? Who's your partner? What perverts you? No, as you get older, you're right piece, that looks like your ace of spades, and it gets a wee bit darker. Your ace of arse, we'll call it. Who's looking at you? Aye, hen. That's a wee bit discoloured. You better get the fucking domestic on to it. Anal bleaching, fucking emotional support waterfalls. I live in Wishaw, and like everywhere, the council shut everything down. So there's a wee council hall, and it's now opened up as a Brazilian booty lift clinic. So I thought, what is that? I'll do a wee bit of Google searching. It's where you take fat from elsewhere in your body and stick it into your ass. Now in Wishaw there's a big addiction problem. People are addicted to munchy boxes or some fucking big people in Wishaw. Where does that fat go? Well, which size does that ass become? What do you do? You need to get a pair of fucking Oscar Pistorius running blades grafted onto the back of it, and you're walking about like a fucking centaur. And why is it Brazilian? Well, again, when I was a young guy, Brazilian was that wee landing strip that a lady had after her waxing. A wee bit like Rolf Harris's goatee. And that was another Roman, Rolf Harris. The BBC, yeah, we thought that about Jimmy Savile, we thought it about Dave Lee Travis, but we didn't think it about Rolf Harris. What was his most favourite song? His most favourite songs? Two Little Boys. Tie me kangaroo down into fucking bestiality and Jake the Peg with the extra leg. Anyway, I've managed to avoid the fucking Tinder dating because I have now met the love of my life, the lovely Diane. Diane sitting behind David J there. So we're actually getting married later this year. You need to keep dating. Dating's important, as Pete had said. A couple of weeks ago we went to see the Michael Jackson movie. Any Michael Jackson fans? Oh, a lot of them. Young ones at the front as well. Did anybody go and see the movie? You did. And it came up, British Board of Film Classification, all children under the age of 12 must be accompanied by an adult. We were not about fucking 35 years too late with that warning. Fucking emotional support. So we went to, last 2 weeks ago, we went to buy the wedding ring, so we were in Buchanan Street, a guy arcade. If you've been to Buchanan Street recently, absolutely fucking brutal. Every few steps, and you get a price of a cup of tea. Could you get me something to eat? I'm cold. I'm hungry. I says, Diane, can you fucking shut up and just look at wedding rings, please? Anyway, wedding plans were going along nicely, but who's ruined it? Yes, you. Yes, fucking young people again. Because Diane must be some young people who are getting married, and it's all fucking style and no substance. Have you got your magician? No, we've not, because we're getting married. We're not having a fucking 7-year-old's birthday party. Have you got your content creator? And that's another bastardisation of the English language. Content creator. Content stuff. Create, make. That's not a fucking job. And influencers. This fucking influencers, how angry they make me. Oh, that's the role models. Back when I was a boy, my role model was Hulk Hogan. And for no other reason than we've all got an inner voice, haven't we? So my inner voice speaks to me in Hulk Hogan's voice. Say your prayers, brother. Eat your vitamins, brother. Vote for Donald Trump, brother. No boo, fuck it, yes, let's make Slouch great again. You content creators, and have you get your giant Jenga sets? That's what they do in their weddings now. So people don't have that a conversation, they can't have a drink and a chat. While me and Diane are going to get the wedding photos taken, they expect that people will be sitting playing a big fucking game of Jenga. And I suppose when you're getting married, there's a wee bit of symbolism there, because no matter what you do in life, and you make all the right moves, it'll all come fucking crashing down round about you anyway. Anyway, I'll leave you one more example of all style and no substance with these young ones, and that's gender reveals. So when me and my 23-year-old poster girl and the 20-year-old prick, when our mother was pregnant, we just wanted two healthy, happy babies. We didn't need a fucking helicopter going past with blue and pink smoke, guys in blue and pink onesies, a big fucking hamster ball running down the street. We just wanted two healthy, happy babies. And that takes me back to the days that we were born. And there's moments that define you in your life. And I'll never forget the day that I came bursting through that door with a big lump in my throat and I was tearing back and I said, it's a boy, it's a boy. And that was the moment in my life I realised I'm never going back to Thailand on holiday. Thank you very much.